Hello students, welcome to the online class of English Literature of class 10. In our previous class, we read Robert Frost's one of most popular poems, Dust of Snow. Today also, we are going to read another famous poem of Robert Frost, Fire and Ice, which was published in 1920. I have already discussed about the life and work of the poet Robert Frost in our previous class. So, today I am directly entering into the discussion of the poem. Fire and Ice. Apparently, it seems that the title Fire and Ice tells about natural disasters that can bring probable end to this world. But the poet uses the words fire and ice symbolically in the poem. Here, fire is a symbol of desire, greed, avarice, lust, conflict, fury, etc. And ice is a symbol of hatred, indifference, insensitivity, rigidity, intolerance, etc. So, fire and ice are used by the poet to show twofold characters of human being. They, if uncontrolled, can destroy a person morally, emotionally, mentally, and even physically. Excessive desire, we know, or passion in the form of fire, and indifference or coldness in the form of ice can quickly consume a relationship, which is one of the causes of destroying peace of mind as well as peace of the world. So, in this sense, the debate posed by the poem, how the world will end, is basically irrelevant. The poet, through the poem, actually poses a question to us. What are we doing to save the world from fire and ice? We should know that only love, equality, mutual understanding, and sympathy for one and all can help in establishing peace on the earth. Herein lies the irony of this poem also. Let's directly come to the explanation of the poem. The poem is written in 2 stanzas of 4 and 5 lines respectively, with the rhyme scheme of A, B, A, B, C, B, C, B, fire and ice. Some say the world will end in fire, some say in ice. From what I have tasted of desire, I hold with those who favor fire. The poet is, in the first stanza, analyzing about the end of the world. How the world will end. The poet provides and deals with 2 possible causes for the end of the world. He considers the age-old question whether the world will end in fire or in ice. Both the 2 reasons contrast each other and are equally opposite to each other. fire and ice, two opposite sides. On one side of the debate are those people who are in favor of fire. They believe that it will be the heat of the passion which will lead the humanity, the world, to end. On the other hand, the people who favor ice and feel that it will be the ice which will freeze the world. But the poet Robert Frost is providing a powerful statement on the subject of greed and jealousy. That means desire. He is saying that man's excessive desire is the most likely to lead the world to his demise. Here you see, in the first line, some say the world will end in fire. In the second line also, some say. Here, the constant repetition of the consonant sound of S, W, is the example of alliteration. Here in the fourth line, favor fire, repetition of the consonant F. So, in the first stanza, the poet uses the figure of speech alliteration. Okay, and in the successive two lines, first and second, anaphora is used. Anaphora means a repetition of a word or phrase at the beginning of successive lines using different details. What is anaphora? Anaphora means the repetition of word or phrases at the beginning of successive lines. Okay, now in the second stanza, but if it had to perish twice, I think I know enough of hate to say that for destruction ice is also great and would suffice. Here the word perish means die and suffice means sufficient. In the first line of the second stanza, the poet uses paradox. What is paradox? Paradox is a figure of speech where we say a true statement which seems untrue. See here, but if it had to perish twice, if the world had to, it means world had to perish twice, it is quite impossible. If it perished in the first time, there is no chance of dying in the second time. So it is the example of paradox. I think I know enough of hate. That means here the poet admits that hate has enough power to destruct the humanity, to say that for destruction ice is also great and would suffice. That means sufficient. So in the second stanza, the poet is very much sure of the destruction of humanity. He first talks about the destruction caused by fire, and in case this fails, that means fire, if fire fails, then ice will result into hatred that will end humanity one day. Hate, according to the poet, is just as powerful as desire. Hate is as powerful as desire. While desire consumes quickly, hate just as great and powerful to destruct the humanity and the world as a whole. Understood? So, what we see in the poem? Frost directs the reader to restrain us from devastation that hate can produce. Hate can occur and linger in our mind and hearts for years. Sometimes even hate remains for lifetimes. Hate is presented as having the ability to lead the destruction of the world if it were to happen for second time. According to poet's opinion, hate is the second option to the poet for the destruction of the world. If it were happen for second time, again providing a powerful warning against this human fallacy. Fallacy means misunderstanding. I think you understood the meaning of the poem. And here you see fire, desire, fire, 1, line number 1, 3 and 4 is in same rhythm. That means A, and ice is B. And in the second stanza, twice is similar sounding with ice, so it is B. Hate, great, C. And ice is similar to ice, suffix similar to ice, so there B. So the rhyme scheme of the poem is A, B, A, B, C, B, C, B. The poet also here uses symbolism. He uses fire as a symbol of desire and ice as a symbol of hate. Okay? I think you understood. Thank you.